Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I have a compilation of the making of my Genesis weapon. Now, I did not spend a single real life dollar on this. Everything that I bought and used, including cubes, flames, and whatever else, was from either Maple Points or just mesos I made in-game through selling, merching, and buying items and whatever else. So without further ado, here is the full compilation of it. As you can see, I'm starting off with the flame first because it was a flame that I started off doing and I finished first. And then the next section was going to be cubes, including tiering, and especially just main pot first. And then after the main pot is tiered up, I obviously used the free Meisters I got from the event shop and the events and reward shop and everything else to just try to get 2 lines of attack and 1 line of boss, or maybe 2 line of boss and 1 line of attack. Whatever combination was, I was okay with, as long as it was just 3 lines of boss or attack mix. Now for the B pot, I didn't really work on until later on into the month, and I liberated in November, and I didn't really touch the B pot until December because December was the DMT. Nexon did a cube sale on Black Friday, which was in November 20 something, and then the DMT was 1 month after, so I just bought a bunch of cubes with Maple Points and then just saved up the Maple Points cubes till pretty much 1 month from then to use during DMT to tier up the weapon and get 2 lines of attack on the bonus potential. But before that, I was able to finish all my flames, main pots, and everything. The main pots and flames weren't too much of a struggle because I didn't have to wait for an event. Now, obviously, this whole weapon is not easy to finish. I basically had to remake a whole new item. Everything was basically from scratch besides just scrolling and store force. And I know people that spent over 1 grand, 2 grand right off the bat just into NX trying to finish their weapon within the month. For me, it took a total of probably over 2 months, with maybe 1 or 2 more months of preparation, including just buying materials and just prepping the Cupid Chaos Blades that I was gonna craft Meister cubes to cube my weapon. So it took probably a total of 3 or 4 months to prepare for and finish the weapon. So this is more so the free to play or cheaper route of doing things as opposed to just straight up finishing it right off the bat, which if you have the money, definitely go for it. But I personally do not have 2 grand to spend in the game, and definitely not on just one particular game item. Now, I also did end up making flames from this because one of the lessons I learned from just flaming my Genesis weapon, it was just way cheaper to make flames yourself, especially the powerful Reaver flame. I think it was 5 mil-ish in materials to make, and in auction house they were selling for 12 to 13 mil. So for those of you who are interested in profiting off of the professions, you can definitely try making flames to gain some profit, but keep in mind the market might be saturated now depending on how it is, so do make sure to calculate the cost versus the revenue that you will get from it. So it did take a while to get my Kana back to Meister level, and I had to, I should say Meister, I think it's Master Craftsman. So it did take a while to get my Kana back to Master Craftsman. I think it took a course of 2 days, so 8-hour days just crafting random things to get it back to Master Craftsman, to the point where I could actually craft flames. So that was a thing in and of itself, but I did end up saving quite a bit of money there. And one of the things I did do as well on this was just put a soul on it, and that's something that I've done after I finished making the main potential on my weapon. And originally I just wanted to get a Magnus soul because Kaiser and Magnus are kind of a thing, and it kind of makes sense, you know, in terms of storyline. But Magnus was being a little annoying, you know, so I couldn't get attack on it, which is what I want. I want to get 3% attack on the soul, so I ended up using the Vellum, which is basically similar price to Magnus, and the reason I use Magnus and Vellum is they are the cheapest souls in the market right now. Souls are basically just aesthetics outside of just function. There is function plus aesthetics. So Dark Now, Magnus, they're on the same tier, so just getting a Magnus soul makes more sense than spending, I don't know, 5 bill on a Dark Now soul compared to a 200 mil Magnus or Vellum soul. If you guys want to skip ahead to any of the sections, the video is obviously time-stamped, and you can just skip to whatever section you want to look at just to see the grueling process of finishing an item, and more so just a particular weapon. So yeah, I'm just gonna shut up here and let you guys enjoy the compilation, and if you like the video, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.